Hey guys, welcome back. Working on the Valiant again today. I'm going to try to get started on the turbo system. I've already installed the radiator, and that 3-core is taking up a lot of room. And also have a little radiator hose here. It's not a perfect fit, so I'm going to have to modify that. But anyways, have the manifolds, just like 2 bolts holding the manifolds on. And over here, I went ahead and cut down my flanges shorter, and this piece will be the turbo inlet, so it'll be a 3-inch going into the turbo, and then this is the V-band for the exhaust. So you have the V-band, and then I have a 3.5-inch pipe that's going to weld there. So I'm going to put on a short piece here to help decide where I'm going to put the turbo, and go ahead and get these 2 flanges installed, mount this to the turbo, just tack it all together, tack the pipe to this, tack the pipe to this, and then kind of set the turbo in there. I think I'm just going to use the engine hoist to kind of hold it, because it's pretty heavy, and it seems like a pretty good idea to hold it up with the engine hoist. And then gonna start setting it in here, and then decide how we're gonna do our mounting and all that stuff. Okay guys, so I did some work on the Valiant the other day, and I need to show you what I have and what's going through my head right now, because we're running into some issues. We knew it was going to be tight in here, but let me go ahead and show you real quick. So, like I said, went ahead and welded a pipe to the flange, and that's just tacked onto this bracket. And at this point, still need to go back a little bit. I have a couple of spacers here that are just some tubing that I cut. So still gonna need to move that back some. But as you can see down here, the pipe's getting real close to the flange of the exhaust. So this pipe might have to be like an S or something. I went ahead and put the flange on over here too. So this one should be pretty easy. I think I can just come down straight across, clear the radiator hose. That should be fine. I think one of the biggest challenges is going to be getting the passenger side exhaust to curl up and into the 3-inch inlet. So merging that together is going to be kind of tight. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to change it just a little bit. I think I'm actually going to bring it up maybe 1/2 inch. Not sure yet, but definitely back a little bit. So then this piece is tacked on, V-band, and this is a flange for the GT45. This is 3.5 inch. You can see I got a little cut mark there, and that'll be to put an elbow in or something to make it go down. So it's looking pretty close, but still needs some adjustments. Now the big problem is the intercooler. So that's the intercooler I bought. The reason it's so big is because I was planning on pushing a lot of power through this thing, and I didn't want that to be the restriction. So I'm not sure if a smaller one would be efficient enough for what I was wanting to do originally. So anyways, let me try to set this up here so you have an idea of the size of it. Okay, so here you go. It's kind of centered, but if I put the inlet and outlet to the intercooler at the top, it's going to go right into the intake of the turbo. So that's not going to work. So if I flip it upside, or if I flip it this way to where the inlet and outlet's on the bottom, there's just not enough room down there to really pipe this thing. Now I was thinking about cutting off the ends here and welding on aluminum elbows, and then run it through the core support, and then another elbow up to the turbo. But it's really tight. I'm not sure if that would even work. I don't see another way to clock that turbo in order to get pipe coming from in front of the core support here. So, and then over here, it shouldn't really be a problem. There's nothing over here. Anyways, the reason for that intercooler, once again, was to run higher boost. So if you're running higher than, usually they say, rule of thumb, about 12 PSI, then you're gonna need an intercooler. So I was planning on pushing this motor to, you know, whatever, 20 if I could, just to see if it would take it. But anyway, so me and David were thinking, and it might be a better idea, turn the turbo up, clock it, run it straight in, no intercooler. We could only run a max of probably 12 pounds of boost. With this being like a stock 360, you know, we'll still be able to get good power out of it. And then once I build an engine like that's in Big Red with cam and ported heads, you know, this thing should make real good power. And if you make the car, if I end up making the car too fast, I'm gonna have to end up cutting the dash for a bigger roll cage. And you know, also I just not sure about cutting into the firewall now. I really don't want to like mess with the car that much, I don't think. So this is Phoebe. I don't know if you guys have seen her in a while. Just wanted her to come out in the garage with me. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Should we run it non-intercooled? That way we don't have to cut the front of the car and stuff like that. But pumpkin. We're about to go inside. Anyways, I think non-intercooled is going to be the way to go. We're not going to be able to run as much boost, but I think that's going to be okay with this car. I think we should get this car done, non-intercooled, build the motor a little tougher, make it a nice fast street car, strip car combination, and then to really start putting a lot of power, we need to build another chassis that's lighter weight and that we don't mind cutting up and stuff. So let me know what you think. See you guys soon.